So we were talking about the collagen synthesis, right? Let's recap what we have done, then we'll go to the extracellular processing of collagen molecule. Up to now what we have discussed, that when collagen needs to be synthesized, then in the fibroblast or any cell which is going to make collagen, most of the collagen in the body is made by fibroblast or osteoblast, chondroblast, under some special circumstances endothelial cells, Schwann cells and some other cells can also synthesize collagen. You already know that collagen coding genes are present in every cell, isn't it? But they are activated only in those cells which are going to make collagen. We have taken this classical example of fibroblast synthesizing collagen. What were the steps? First of all, genes for the alpha peptide of collagen will express, and there will be DNA will be transcribed into messenger RNA. Messenger RNA will get some processing within nucleus, and then mature messenger RNA will come into cytoplasm. There messenger RNA will get attached with the rough endoplasmic reticulum and ribosome, and then peptide synthesis will start. As messenger RNA, you can say messages, coding system is converted into amino acid sequence, we say process of translation is going on. So first from DNA to RNA was transcription, from RNA to peptide chain is translation, then newly translated alpha peptide chain is called pre-pro alpha peptide chain. Right, with the signal sequence, it will be dragged into endoplasmic reticulum. Within the endoplasmic reticulum, first signal sequence will be digested away. What will be left behind is pro alpha peptide. Then it will undergo hydroxylation process, especially where on proline and proline and lysine residues, right, with the help of the vitamin C dependent enzymes, right? And then at next step, hydroxylysines will undergo glycosylation, and after that the different alpha peptides, right, they will come near to each other, and like a zipper mechanism they will start making triple helix from its carboxyl end towards the amino end, and in the end this triple helix which is made is having some loose ends of the peptides on the carboxyl end as well as on the amino end, and this triple helix which is in the central part of the molecule along with these ends this is called pro-collagen molecule. This pro-collagen molecule, which is synthesized eventually by formation of triple helix, this will be transported through the transfer vesicles to the Golgi apparatus, where some oligosaccharides will be added, and eventually through the secretory vesicles this pro-collagen molecule will be secreted out of the cell into extracellular matrix, because collagen is a very important component of extracellular matrix. Now once it come over here, further processing of collagen molecule will continue. Whatever happened up to this step, right, all these steps from transcription, translation, entry into endoplasmic reticulum, hydroxylation steps, glycosylation steps, triple helix formation steps, and then pro-collagen molecules packing into transfer vesicle to Golgi apparatus, further oligosaccharide addition, then secretory vesicles. All these steps are called intracellular steps of collagen synthesis. What is this? Intracellular steps of collagen synthesis. And eventually these newly synthesized collagen molecules are secreted out. Once they go out of the cell, further steps will continue, and further modification and processing of these collagen molecules, right? Pro-collagen is also called collagen molecule. Pro-collagen and collagen molecule is one and the same thing. Is that right? Further processing is extracellular events. Now what are the extracellular events? Let's make this newly secreted. Okay, I make it here that it has just come out, right? And this is the loose end. This is and we can make third one. Okay, let's make third one red. Keep it blue so that you don't get confused. Now this is the collagen molecule which is secreted by the fibroblast just outside its membrane. Then what will happen? There are special type of enzymes near the outside the membrane. There are special type of enzymes which are attached outside the membrane, and these enzymes have special function. Yeah. What they are going to do? They will produce a cut here and cut here and remove the loose ends. You know, loose ends are never good things. Are they good? So it's important that as soon as they come out, right, these are special enzymes which will break down the loose ends of the collagen molecules. These loose ends, which are non-helical ends, you can say, non-helical ends of these peptide chains on the carboxyl end as well as amino ends, these are also called propeptides. These are also called propeptides. So these enzymes will break down, cleave or cut away the propeptide, and when propeptide are removed, now, and this is the loose end here, and of course a loose end there, and here is the, and there may be a loose end here and loose end here, and of course there are propeptide which are cut away. Now these ends are away, and this is a very fine triple helix is cut out of this collagen molecule, right? Now these enzymes which remove these pieces, these enzymes which are, I think, teeth like canines, isn't it? Right? These enzymes are called collagen peptidases. Peptidases. Collagen peptidases, right? Now, these collagen peptidases break down it in extracellular environment, right? Now, this is a molecule. What is this molecule now called? Previously, when they were still attached, this molecule was called collagen molecule, or it was simply called procollagen, right? Now, what is this? Who will tell me? This is called proto-collagen. What is it called? Proto-collagen. Have you heard of it? Anyway, you will hear many things new in your life. One of that is proto-collagen, right? So this proto-collagen which is generated out of it, I think I should write the spellings. Tropocollagen. I think you will hear many things which are not true. It was not proto, it was collagen. Tropocollagen. So out of the collagen molecule, again, you know, this is the triple helix. These are the loose ends, right? What is this? Collagen molecule, or it is pro-collagen. Once you cut it, this fine triple helix which is present over here, this is called tropocollagen, and these are the loose ends here, and activity is done by which enzymes here? Collagen peptidases, right? Of course, these enzymes are also secreted by the same cell. Cell is so good. It produces the molecule loose ends, and then it secretes the enzymes which are loose end cutters, and they are just dangling outside the membrane, right? As soon as molecule come out, they clip it. Is that right? So this is not protocollagen, this is tropocollagen. Now this tropocollagen is there, right? This tropocollagen, right, I will make it, now onward I will show it like this. This is tropocollagen. Is that right? Now this tropocollagen, I will put it here. You know what will happen? As more and more molecules are coming out, tropocollagens are accumulating outside the cell, right? Truly speaking, cell make a special pocket. Into that pocket, this pocket is outside the cell. Cell make a membrane pocket, and in that pocket all this thing is going on. But of course in extracellular environment. This tropocollagen molecules, as they become more and more, what happens? these tropocollagens, the multiple tropocollagens, and now you will find something very interesting. This is one tropocollagen. This is another tropocollagen. This is another tropocollagen. Here is another tropocollagen. Every tropocollagen is triple helix. So this threesome will come near to the next threesome, and then all of them will start interacting with each other. You remember that what was there? There were hooks present there, right? The hooks which were helping these chains to interact with each other. The same hooks, hydroxylation, also help this tropocollagen molecules to interact the different adjacent tropocollagens. Plus, meanwhile, another enzyme will come into action here. This enzyme is called lysyl oxidase. This is copper dependent enzyme. Copper dependent enzyme. Anyway, lysyl oxidase. We should be somewhat kind to him. Okay, this is lysyl oxidase. The special function of lysyl oxidase is, you remember that in these chains, peptide chains, there was lysines and hydroxylysines. They were present, lysines and hydroxylysines. It will specially act on lysines and hydroxylysines and oxidize them into aldehyde group. So result will be that this enzyme, right, what it is going to do, it specially act on lysines and hydroxylysines within these chains and make the aldehyde group. And then aldehyde group, suppose this lysine is acted upon by this oxidase. There was another lysine which is acted upon by this. There is another lysine which is acted upon by this. Now imagine one lysine or hydroxylysine is oxidized here, or aldehyde group converted into aldehyde. This is converted into aldehyde. This is converted into aldehyde. In the other tropocollagen, the same things occur. And then from adjacent tropocollagen molecule, these altered lysines and hydroxylysines make very strong covalent bonds. That gives ultimate strength to the collagen. That will give a big tensile strength to the collagen. So what really happens, that for strength purpose, we have seen specially multiple steps. As for enzyme mediated steps, you must remember two. Number one, for strength purpose, we had vitamin C dependent hydroxylases. They add the hydroxylations to lysine and prolines, so that those hydroxylated points help the triple helix strengthening, plus they help even strengthening in between the tropocollagens. This was intracellular strengthening enzyme system. Extracellular strengthening enzyme system is lysyl oxidase. Lysyl oxidase specially work on hydroxylysines and lysines and convert them into aldehydes, and those aldehydes from adjacent tropocollagens, tropocollagen molecules, they make very strong, which bonds? Covalent bonds. Very, very strong. Right? In this way, this is going to add more strength to, so you can say, here I have made it this. You are understanding it? So tropocollagen molecule come near to each other, acted upon by lysyl oxidases, which lead to cross-linking of tropocollagens. Right? Now, pardon? Yeah, now you are so wise, you know it, that if there's copper deficiency, there will be a trouble. Right? Now, all this is cross-linked. Is that right? Now, hold this structure which is made here is called, what is the structure called? Collagen fibril. What is it called? Collagen fibril. Collagen fibrils. And then what happened? Many collagen fibrils are put together. And all these collagen fibrils together, they make a structure which is called collagen fibers. So collagen fibers, now we will go into reverse direction. Let's see if we can do that. Collagen fibers have collagen fibrils. Collagen fibrils are the aggregates of tropocollagens which are cross-linked with each other. This cross-linking is very important. Then tropocollagens are derived from procollagens. After removing the loose ends, procollagen was secreted by the Golgi apparatus through the secretory vesicle. Golgi apparatus received the procollagen from transfer vesicles, and Golgi apparatus did their what? Added the oligosaccharides, and actually procollagens was synthesized within the endoplasmic reticulum by triple helix formation of the hydroxylated and glycosylated alpha peptides. Is that right? Now you have to tell me step by step. Step number 1, we are going to synthesize the collagen up to the end. Collagen fiber, from where it comes. Story start, the real secret is in DNA. From DNA, the collagen related genes are activated. Genes make first transcription and formation of mRNA, messenger RNA. Then it exits into cytoplasm. There mRNA is translated into pre-pro alpha peptide. Then pre-pro alpha peptide comes into endoplasmic reticulum. Signal sequence removed. What is left there? Pro alpha peptide. It gets hydroxylated at proline and lysine residues, and then it undergoes glycosylation at hydroxy lysine points, and then different, you can say, alpha peptides which are hydroxylated as well as glycosylated, they come near to each other, they make a triple helix. That is called collagen molecule with central triple helix and loose ends on the sides. Then it is transferred to the Golgi apparatus from endoplasmic reticulum. There it gets additional sugars, and then through the secretory granules it is secreted out. There collagen peptidases remove the loose ends, and the central beautiful triple helix is left alone, and that is called tropocollagen. And tropocollagens come near to each other, and they make parallel, they are arranged in parallel arrays in a staggered fashion. This is very important to understand. They are making parallel array in a staggered fashion, and all this end up into formation of, what is this? Collagen fibrils. And these tropocollagens went under cross-linking or covalent linking helped by lysyl oxidases, and eventually these collagen fibrils make bigger bundles which are called collagen fibers. Am I clear? Yeah. This is no problem. Another thing, there is a group of diseases in which extracellular processing is disturbed due to enzymes. Let me tell you. For example, the genes which make this enzyme peptidase, if that gene is defective, then you are not making proper peptidases. Or the gene which is going to make lysyl oxidase, that gene, this is also protein. Lysyl oxidase, if that gene is mutant, then this is not working. So when procollagens are secreted, but the enzymes, extracellular enzymes which are supposed to convert the procollagen into tropocollagen, and the enzymes which produce the covalent links between the tropocollagens, if these enzymes or any one of these is defective and mutant, collagen will achieve its final strength or not? It will not achieve, and collagens will be weak. Is that right? But this will be different than osteogenesis imperfecta. In osteogenesis imperfecta, problem was with the collagen number 1, and in osteogenesis imperfecta, glycine residues were disturbed and no triple helix was formed. But in these diseases, when these two enzymes are there, triple helix are formed, only final processing is altered. So collagen is made weak, but not as weak as in osteogenesis imperfecta. So in this disease, bones are not so weak, but still there are evidences of defective collagen. In this disease, for example, you pull the skin of the person, it will come like this. It's pathologically stretchable skin, right? Person may bend the joints in a forward way. There's a hypermobility of joints because in between the joints, let's suppose this is your bone, right? And there is a capsule, joint capsule, which is made of collagen. There are ligaments which are made of collagens. There are tendons which are made of collagens. If all these collagens are weak, then joint become hyper extendable, hyper mobile, and skin become very stretchable. And of course there's a very big problem because classically this type of defect occur in collagen type 3. Type 3 collagen is specially involved in making the supporting network for internal viscera. The GIT is having special support by the type 3 collagen, right? Your vascular system has special support by the type 3 collagen. If type 3 collagen is defective due to these problems, it's not properly processed collagen molecules, right? That will become very weak. So not only skin will be stretchable, not only joints will be hyper mobile and more abnormally movement angulated, but these people may have sometimes ruptures of GIT or ruptures of the aorta or other vessels, and that may produce sudden death. Usually these people with mild problem like this end up into some shows where they show that suddenly their limb move in a funny way. Is that right? The group of those diseases are called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. So what are Ehlers-Danlos syndrome? It is not one disease. It's a group of diseases which are characterized by abnormal processing of collagen molecules, and collagen molecules are very weak. Many different types of collagen may be affected. Classically in the patient, it is the collagen 3 which is affected. These patients have hyperstretchable skin, semi-transparent or very thin skin, and they are having hyperstretchable or abnormally mobile joints, right? And these patients may have a high tendency for rupture of internal viscera. The disease is called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. So can you differentiate between the osteogenesis imperfecta and Ehlers-Danlos syndrome? Osteogenesis imperfecta is a brittle bone syndrome. It is a tendency to undergo multiple fractures in bone. They are very vulnerable to develop fractured bones. And osteogenesis imperfecta has also one more problem, that their sclera is blue. Sclera is the white of the eye. It is blue. Why? Because in osteogenesis imperfecta, the collagen which makes the white of the eye, that collagen is so thin that the venous blood inside from internal side of the eye just reflects through that. So they have blue. Don't tell them they're blue-eyed. They're not blondes, right? They have blue scleras, right? Blue scleras with too much tendency to fracture their bones. Think of osteogenesis imperfecta. Very serious problem with collagen, especially collagen 1, right? And usually glycines are not at proper position, so a very early problem is there that they are not properly fitting triple helix. But there is another group of diseases in which there is collagen problems. All the diseases in which collagen is disturbed, we say there are these diseases as a group are called collagenopathies. What are they called? Collagenopathies. Problems with the collagens. So one disease I told you, osteogenesis imperfecta. Other we talked about Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. Of course, you will not forget the condition called scurvy, which is not inherited condition. This was due to vitamin C deficiency. So you know the molecular basis of scurvy? Molecular basis of scurvy. Why scurvy occurs? Because so vitamin C is not there, and vitamin C dependent enzymes don't produce hydroxylations, so collagen is made weak. Osteogenesis imperfecta. The mutant alpha chains are produced in which glycines are not properly inserted, rather glycines may be replaced by some more bulky amino acids, so triple helix cannot be formed, and person has a great tendency to undergo spontaneous and repeated fractures even with minor trauma. Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. Most common problem in this is the collagen, procollagen, when it is released from the cell, it does not undergo extracellular processing properly by peptidases or by lysyl oxidases. Either these are mutant, right? Or, so in these Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, what is the real problem? Hyperstretchable skin, hypermobile joints, right? And what else? Tendency for rupture of internal viscera. Is that right? Then I will tell you there is a special type of collagen. Okay, I will go ahead. Any question up to this? Okay, I will tell you some more secret of its strength. You know, when you make suspension bridges, they put very strong cables. Have you seen suspension bridges? Very strong cables. What is the real rule? What they do? First, they take one single steel rod, twist it left-handedly. Then they put the multiple rods together and twist them right-handedly. You could not get it. Let me tell you. So this is one steel rod. First you twist it left-handedly. Take another steel rod, twist it left-handedly. Then another steel rod, twist it left-handedly, and then put them together and rotate all the bundle, twist it right-handedly. It becomes such a strong thing that it can even hold the bridge suspended. Is that right? I'm not teaching you civil engineering. I just wanted to tell you, molecules know better civil engineering. These chains, when they are made, they are first twisted left-handedly. And when multiple left-handed twisted peptide chains come together, this bundle is twisted right-handedly. And of course, these are not the civil engineers who told the molecules to do like that. Nature is doing it already from millions of years. Is that right? So that is also a very important factor which adds strength to collagen. So nature is doing so many things to add strength to the collagen. Is that right? How many factors which add strength to the collagen? Number one, hydroxylations. Number two, left-handed twisting of the peptide chains. Then right-handed twisting of triple helix. And then lysyl oxidases cross-linking the fibrils. Cross-linking the tropocollagens. Is that right? Another thing, once you have learned all this thing, let's come to some more important concepts, more interesting concepts related with all this lecture. Now look, this is tropocollagen, right? This one tropocollagen, other is arranged with a staggering of quarter of it. Another is arranged with it quarter more above it. Is that right? Now, then another layer of collagen, they are arranged here. Are you understanding what is happening? Now let's put the black cross links. You are understanding? And so forth. You will put it throughout. Right? Lysyl oxidase, you remember? Now one thing which is very important, that when you will stain this fibril, suppose you take which color of stain? Some stains fill especially this gap. This gap is filled, then this gap is filled, then this gap is filled with this stain. This gap is filled. Are you understanding? So when doctors stained the collagen with such type of stains which could fill these gaps, right? And then saw the collagen bundle under the microscope, they felt like this, that these areas are overstained. This. These gap areas are overstained and remaining areas are lightly stained. So this area could be seen like that: light area, dark area, light area, dark area, light area, dark area. You are getting it? So they found that dark and light areas were alternating. Actually, why they were alternating? That in the gaps they were overfilling of staining material. Right? These gaps were, they found that these horizontal bands of staining are present every 67 nanometer. So they said that collagen's molecule which we produced here, they had 67 nanometer horizontal periodicity. Every period of 67 nanometer, the dark area, then the light area, then dark area, the light area, dark area, light area. What is the molecular basis of this? Molecular basis of such kind of staining is that when collagen or tropocollagens make parallel array, they don't make it, they make parallel array in a staggered fashion. You see it? That if this was starting here, then it is starting there, this is starting there, this is starting there. And every other molecule is coming with a little gap, and those gap stains are taken. So first this dark area will, then this dark area, then this dark area, then this dark area. In between that, this will be light area, this will be light area, this will be light area. So they were dark and light periodicity. Am I clear? Actually, this is a feature of those collagens which make fibrils. These are tropocollagens which were making fibrils. It means there are some other pattern also. Answer is yes. For example, you have threads. You have threads of tropocollagen. One way is you put multiple threads and make a rope, fibrils. Another way is that you put the threads like this, collagen threads like this. What is this? Is it a rope? It is meshwork. So doctors have found that different collagens arrange themselves in a different way. For example, collagen type 1, type 2, type 3, type 5, not type 4, type 4 is missing, right? But this tells you know the counting. And then type 5, 4 is out. They found that collagen type 1, 2 and 3 and 5, when they were stained, they were showing fibrils with 67 nanometer periodicity. Is that right? They said this is a feature of fibrillar collagen, collagen which make fibrils. But type 4 does not make such periodicity. They came to know type 4 collagen is separated out of that group, because, and type 7 is also separated because they have special feature. They make, what is this? Meshwork. Very strong meshwork or network. Is that right? Now, again, type 1, type 2, type 3, they are fibrillar collagens. They are the classical presentation of fibrillar collagen. Every collagen is made of what? Collagen is made of 3 peptides. Is that right? Alpha peptides. These are fibrillar collagen. Is that right? And 4 and 7 we have talked about, they make meshwork collagen. Now somewhere we need meshwork. Where we need the meshwork? Number one, in the kidney where filtration occur. In the kidney, let me tell you. Let's suppose here is your kidney. In your one kidney, how many filtration plants are there which filter the blood? 1.2 million filtration units are in right kidney and 1.2 million in the left kidney. These filtration units are called glomeruli. Have you heard of kidneys have glomeruli? You never heard of it. Anyway, listen. Let's suppose this is a specially urine forming tube which is called nephron. There is an artery coming here, then it makes a capillary loop and then goes away. Actually, here is a special collagen network. There's a special collagen network and fluid filters through that. And whatever is needed by the body, it goes back. Whatever is not needed, it goes out as urine. So this is a filtration unit. Glomeruli. You are millionaire as far as glomeruli are concerned. Right? The collagen which is present over here, it need to be fibril or it need to be meshwork? Collagen 4 is classically present here. Yeah, in the glomerular basement membrane. The term which is used is glomerular basement membranes. It is have collagen 4. In the same way, this same collagen 4 which make meshwork like this is also present around your capillaries. From the capillaries fluid filter out. If this is a tissue, right? Arteries bring the blood to the tissue and veins drain it away. In between the arteries and veins, there are capillaries. Fluid goes out with glucose and amino acids and other nutrients to give service to the cell and then comes back to bring carbon dioxide and metabolites. So capillaries are actually areas through which a little amount of fluid goes out through arterial side of capillaries and goes back through the venous side of capillaries. These capillaries are made of very delicate cells and these cells are called endothelial cells. These endothelial cells are supported by a meshwork of collagen. Otherwise, they will fall away. Collagen 4, he knows that. Great. Yeah. So he knows that there must be collagen 4. So what did you learn right now? The collagen 4 is a meshwork collagen. It means collagen up to now, the previously which I told you, especially extracellular processing, that was about collagen 1, 2 and 3, which is fibrillar collagen. Collagen 4 has slight modification in its system because we have to make meshwork. For collagen 4, number 1, there was loose end removals. These are not done. In collagen 4, these peptidases don't work in the loose end. So loose ends remain there, right? Because central triple helix is the real collagen. So they say that type 4 collagen has collagenous component and non-collagenous components, which are loose ends which are not removed normally. Secondly, they make dimers. One with another head. For example, this is a head of one collagen molecule, another head of another collagen molecule is. So they make dimers. And then these dimers from multiple sides come and they make the network. So important point is that collagen type 4, if you don't remember anything, at least remember this is not fibrillar collagen, this is meshwork, network forming collagen. This is the minimum you are supposed to know. Is that right? Collagen 4. If you want to know more, you can say it's different than fibrillar in one way, it does not show the periodicity of 67 nanometer. Another thing, how it is different, it does not remove its loose ends, right? And it makes special dimers and they make lateral connections with each other and make a network. Am I clear? No problem up to this? Yes, you have a question. You forgot your question. No problem. Next time when question is there, write it down. Right? And after that, write the answer also. It's very important. Some people keep on writing the questions. Then they don't know why they asked it. Okay. Listen. So, again, let's come back. Do a little exercise here. Because in the end of purpose of all this learning basic sciences is correlated with the clinical sciences. Just to feel like a doctor. Now, there are so many types of collagen, about 27 types. We are not going to study all of them, just few important. There's collagen type 1, right? Type 1 collagen is fibrillar, type 2 is also fibrillar, type 3 is also fibrillar. There's no fun in telling they will display 67 nanometer periodicity. Type 4 is meshwork. Type 4 is meshwork, and type 5 is fibrillar, and 7, 6 is less common, so we will not mention, is also meshwork. Is that right? 7 is meshwork. Even though some books say this is fibrillar but loose fibrillar, but actually now they say this is meshwork. Type 1. Type 1 is present in 2 areas, but most important is bone. 1, type 1. Is that right? But it is also present in skin. I'm not telling all the sites where these collagens are distributed, but I will tell only most important sites. Remember, why different collagen molecules are different from each other. Even though all collagen molecules are triple helix of alpha peptides, but different collagens have different alpha peptides. Different collagens have different alpha peptides. Just to remind you, one collagen may have alpha 1 in 3 components. This is a homotrimer, right? One collagen may have alpha 1, alpha 2, and another alpha 2. It is still triple helix but different than one. You may have another collagen which is alpha 3 and 2 alpha 3 and 1 alpha 1 or alpha 2. So these are 3 different types of collagen molecules. You get it? So you understand how the collagen molecules are different from each other depending upon the types of alpha units present in the triple helix. Now this collagen 1, look, when we say alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3, we are talking about peptide chain. When we are talking about collagen 1, collagen 2, collagen 3, we are talking about the triple helix. Is that right? Now, collagen 1 in bone. Collagen 2, where it is present? You know the spellings of cartilage? C-A-R-T-W. Cartilage. Collagen 2 is in cartilage. Don't call it cartilage. Just to remember there is collagen 2. So bone has 1. So collagen 1. What is this? Cartilage. 3 is free. It's easy to understand. It's freely available around many viscera. For example, collagen 3 makes the support system for the GIT. Collagen 3 makes the support system around the blood vessels. Collagen 3 makes support system around the liver cells. Collagen 3 makes support system around the lymphoid like tonsils or like around the spleen, lymph node, thymus. So collagen 3 is very free and present everywhere around the viscera and support them. Is that right? Now listen. Collagen 1 is in bone, so it can take very strong shear stresses. Is that right? Collagen 2 is in cartilage, intermittent pressure it can face. Collagen 3 is fine collagen network, which fine collagen fibers. You know, this is also called, collagen 3 is also called reticular fibers. You will study in book the reticular fibers present around the GIT material, or they are present around the many internal organs or in the internal organs. Collagen 3 is also called reticular fibers. So they help those organs which are especially stretchable. And collagen 3 is also when there is a wound, for example, there is injury here, right? If there is a wound, of course there is blood clot here. Then fibroblasts go into this area, lay down collagen. First collagen 3 is laid down. First which collagen is laid down? When fibroblasts go into repair area, when fibroblasts go newly there, in hurry they make which type of collagen? Collagen 3, reticular fibers. Then what happened? Then they remember, oh, scar should be strong. The nuclear programs re-switches. Originally they were making those alpha chains which will assemble together and make collagen 3. Are you understanding? When wound is further maturing, all those fibroblasts of some of the genes and on different genes. A new combination of triple helix come out of those fibroblasts. The new combination is collagen 1, which is the stronger collagen. You are understanding? So wound healing develops two types of collagen. Initially it develops collagen 3 and eventually it replaces the collagen 3 with collagen 1. Is it clear? You may be thinking why I am teaching you, because you will come across certain patients which will secrete collagen 3 and will not switch their genetic program to collagen 1, and they make excessive collagen 3. They make excessive collagen 3. And this excessive collagen 3 without collagen 1, because collagen 1 is strong and it shrinks, this makes a very unsightly scars, very badly looking elevated scars called keloids. So what is keloids? Have you seen keloids? Right? You have not seen it. You will see in your medical practice or in some other practice. Some people have keloids. Keloids are excessive scar formation. Now they have came to know what is the underlying problem. For example, if you produce a surgical incision here, normally it should heal finely. But in patients who have a tendency for keloid formation, the surgical scars or scars after the injury and repair by the tissue, they're very unsightly and very much elevated. Sometimes they are so bad that you have to inject the steroid into scar to reduce the collagen formation. Anyway, so normal process of healing is first deposit collagen 3 and then replace it by collagen 1. But if you produce excessive collagen 3 and do not replace it by collagen 1, then your scars will be very unsightly and they are called keloids. Oh my God. Collagen 1, you remember one thing very good about it? Not good, bad about it, collagen 1. There was a disease in which multiple fractures with blue scleras. Osteogenesis imperfecta. There's a problem with collagen 1 mainly. Then there was another disease in which skin was stretchable. You remember skin was stretchable? Joints or ligaments hyperextendable. Internal viscera may rupture. One day their GIT may rupture within the abdomen. Maybe stomach ruptures. Very bad. What was that disease? Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. That is classically a disease of collagen 3 because that supports the internal organs. You are understanding? So where you need shear stress, tensile strength, you use collagen 1. Where you need intermittent pressure facing, you put collagen 2, cartilage. Where you need to support multiple tissues and viscera, right, and skin so that it does not expand too much, you put collagen 3, which are also called reticular. And where is filtration processes, we call it collagen 4. Collagen 4 is present in kidney, glomerular, basement membrane, and also collagen 4 is present in around blood vessels, primary capillaries, and it is also present in inner ear. We'll study it later. In some structures, in inner ear membranes. Now listen. If someone has mutation in the genes which make the collagen 4, someone has inherited the mutations in the genes which make collagen 4, then glomerular basement membrane will not be healthy. And membranes, special membranous structures in inner ear will not be healthy. This patient will develop renal failure, damage to the kidney gradually, and he will develop deafness. Are you understanding? This disease is called Alport syndrome. Alport syndrome. You understand what is Alport syndrome? Meshwork parts away. Alport syndrome, meshwork parts away, it breaks away. Meshwork collagen is type 4 collagen, right? It's classically present in glomerular basement membrane and inner ear. So these patients are born normally, but because their meshwork of the type 4 collagen is abnormal, so they cannot take so much filtration pressures and stresses. So with the time, glomeruli become abnormal, the basement membranes become abnormal, and they develop kidney. First, blood start coming into urine, hematuria, proteinuria, proteins leak into filtration unit, and RBCs leak through the filtration unit into urine. Normally RBCs should not come into urine, and eventually they go into renal failure and deafness. Right? The good point about type 5 collagen is it is present in the embryo. The genes which make type 5 collagen, they are expressed in embryo. You remember there was embryonic mesenchyme? There were mesenchymal cells, they secrete the collagen, they secrete type 5 collagen. Is that right? Now we come to the type 7 collagen. Type 7 collagen make a special relationship in the skin. Suppose this is the skin epidermis. And this is the skin connective tissue which is called, what is this? Dermis. Skin has two components, epidermis and dermis fit together. And epidermal layer, which is epithelial layer, and dermis, which is connective tissue layer, they are held by collagen number 7. They are held together by collagen number 7. If you have inherited defect in collagen number 7, then epithelial layer of skin, epidermis of the skin and dermis, can they be held together? No. And with little trauma, epidermis will peel off. It will peel off. We call this condition is called epidermolysis. Lysis means breakdown. Epidermolysis bullosa. Bullosa. Because this will break away and it will make some bulla like this. It is broken away from its attachment. Am I right? Epidermolysis. Epidermis is under lysis and making bullous elevations. Am I clear or not clear? Right? So this was something about collagen, and we'll have one more lecture about which proteins? Fibrous proteins. Do you have any question up to this? There's no problem.
I have a question.
Yeah.
With the collagen 3, that was when you have a wound and you have the collagen 3 that
look, for example, I get wound here. There will be some blood coming there, and in that blood clot, fibroblasts will migrate. When fibroblasts will migrate, they start secreting collagen. First, they secrete which collagen? Collagen 3. Right. Later on, collagen 3 digested away, and that is replaced by collagen 1.
Right. Now you said that collagen 1 is the reason it switches is because it shrinks. And
collagen 1 is very strong collagen.
Stronger, right? But why is collagen 3 made first? I don't understand.
Okay, he does not understand why first collagen 3 is made
and collagen 1 in the beginning.
Look, my friend, strong things take time. So sometimes you do some temporary arrangement. Have you been in life in some crisis and you do some temporary arrangement, then you make really strong arrangement? When there's a wound, it is emergency crisis. So fibroblasts rush there. Okay. Collagen 3 is easy to make and it's faster to make. So it's rapidly in the wound we deposit collagen 3. Later on, when cytokines, in the wound there are a lot of cytokines, special signaling molecules. When they stimulate the fibroblasts for longer time, they think there are some stronger arrangement required. So they switch their genetic program from formation of collagen 3 to collagen 1, normally.
Now, is that, what type of relation does this have with the blood clotting?
Okay, that's right. You are thinking what the blood clotting has relation. If blood clot is formed, when clot proteins undergo lysis, fibroblasts have special receptors for breakdown of blood clot. When clot, for example, okay, let me tell you. Here there is wound. Here there is wound. Here is the clot. Here is the clot. It has a lot of fibrin and other things, you know. Now they will break down, and this breakdown product will go into nearby tissue. They act as chemical substances which attract the fibroblast. So fibrocytes which were sleeping here, when these substances interact with fibrocytes, they become active and convert into fibroblasts. Then they start moving towards this side. Fibroblasts go into clot. Then they start making the collagen 3. So bridging this gap. And then later on they switch to collagen 1. And collagen 1 which is deposited there, this will make fibrils, and they will shrink, and wound which was big eventually becomes small, but leaving a scar there. Is that right? You got it? Okay, thank you very much for getting it. Any more question? No? Okay, let's have a break.